My peoples, my peoples, welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. Let me start this thing off by saying happy Monday. You know, we're starting off the week cloudy out here, but it's still a beautiful day because we woke up, my peoples. Bam! Let's get this action, y'all. First of all, man, we gotta start. I did say start off with Happy Monday, but start off the subject with the main topic of conversation that's going around about boxing. The controversial finish that took place this weekend between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wardley. Um, Honestly, it should not be a controversial finish. It shouldn't even be a topic of conversation. But this always happens. Happens all the time. If you notice, the overwhelming majority of the people who say it's a bad stoppage is the folks who said Parker was gonna smoke him. So now it didn't play out the way that you wanted, so therefore it's a bad stoppage. And I see that that's like a main topic of conversation. And I'm gonna show you guys, you know, the last sequence. I'll be showing you that so you can see how it played out. Because if you guys think about round number 10, bro, Joseph Parker took like 20 punches. Punches in bunches to end the 10th round. Getting beat up. In fact, he got wobbled, and when the bell rang, my boy started walking to the wrong corner. And confused. So when round number 10 finished and he was hurt, the referee was already watching him. And I'm calling the fight live. I'm saying, yo, he's hurt. He's hurt. Wardley needs to take advantage early in round number 11. Do not let him. And that's what happened. He came out to round number 11. And you guys don't even realize, in round number 11, during that last sequence, Joseph Parker threw 2 punches and they both missed. He was getting hit, and in between getting hit, he went 1-2 and missed. That's it. He was eating a barrage of punches that was landing flush, right uppercuts, left hooks, right hooks to the top of the head, left hooks to the top of the head. He was absolutely getting pummeled. And people act like fighters are machines. Like they made out of I don't know what. Fabio Wardley is a guy who had, before that fight, 19 wins and 18 knockouts. Bro, that's over a 90% knockout percentage. He has a higher knockout percentage than Tank Davis, my people. So why people acting like Fabio Wardley is just some regular dude that can't hit? You eating some nasty punches from a super hard puncher. Come on, my peoples. So when you say the fight should not have been stopped, man, it's easy to say that when you're watching it on TV. Toy Mafia, salute. Underrated Will, good morning, my brother. Bam. It's easy to say, nah, they could have kept going. Parker could have kept going. God damn, you're not the one taking those shots from a guy with 18 knockouts out of 19 wins. We all know about the power of Wardley. You see the type of punches that he landed on Parker? flush to the head, to the face, to all over. Come on, my peoples. Those are the type of punches that Parker was eating. Flush. A lot of them. The referee, my peoples, gave him more than enough opportunity to bounce back. But he wasn't doing so. So people keep saying, no, he was slipping punches and he wasn't getting hit by most of them. Man, y'all crazy. You crazy. Like I literally called the fight and was saying that it was going to get stopped. Look, look, look. Look at that. As I'm calling the fight, I'm saying, yo, it's going to get stopped. He's going to stop him. And that's exactly what happened. So this is not about whether or not it should have been stopped. This is about people not accepting the outcome that they didn't want. It's more about that. Think about it. Watch the replay. I watched Joseph Parker literally wobble to his corner at the end of the 10th round. Took mad punches to the head, hard ones. Wobbled before the bell rang. So as a matter of fact, after the 10th round, Parker almost went to the wrong corner. That's how bad he was stunned. So when round number 11 started, number one, the referee was already keeping an eye on him. Is he fighting back? What is he doing? And number two, he has no legs under him, barely got any arms. You can see when he's blocking that the punches are going right through them. He's not actually putting the arms up to block like that. He's just putting them up, but he don't have the strength to actually block the punches the right way. So even the ones that people say he's blocking, he's taking punishment, get pummeled. But a lot of the punches are landing flush. How could people say no? This fight should have kept going. God damn, y'all ready to see somebody get killed? For real? How much punishment does somebody have to take for you to say, yeah, it should have been stopped? How much punishment? Like, people want to see you like out cold or just dying, I guess. This guy, look, I want to show you guys something real quick. Right? I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something so you can see how this thing actually played out. Superman. Yes. Should this real of history of Earth? Yes. It should have. This ref has a history of early stoppage. It's documented. It doesn't matter. You see, that's the problem. When you don't like the outcome, you start looking for angles. I don't care about his history. I was watching Joseph Parker get pummeled. What the hell does his history got to do with that? So you're looking to nitpick for an angle so that you don't like the outcome. So you don't like the outcome, you need an angle. But look. Look at this, my peoples. And Superman, I want you to see this. Max and Wrong, you did not see the fight. You don't know. I guess you're not subscribed to this channel because I was actually calling the fight live. Maxim, I call fights. I was calling the fight live. But look, my peoples. Look how interesting it is. I did this for you guys. For you guys who watch boxing, but you don't really know boxing. You know, that's what Roger Mayweather told you guys. You know, most people don't know shit about boxing. But look how interesting it is. Look, in round number 10, my peoples, at the end of round number 10, Joseph, look at this, my people. Look, for the people that say he was just slipping punches. Look how Joseph Parker was slipping punches, my peoples. For round number 10, he was absolutely getting battered at the end of the round. Yo, he almost went to the wrong corner when the bell rang. This guy's out on his feet. And as I'm calling the fight, I'm telling you guys, if this fight would have gone one more minute, he would have got knocked out. He would have got stopped. I actually said that during the live. So just take a look at the type of punches that he's eating flush from a guy who has 19 wins and 18 knockouts. So, yes, if you're watching TV, you never boxed a day in your life, you never been punched in the face, you don't understand what you're talking about. You're like, no, he could have kept going. He's getting hit by a guy with 19 wins and 18 knockouts. Wardley has a higher knockout percentage than Tank Davis, and he's punching him flush to the head. And y'all sitting over there like, nah. He could have kept going. He could have kept going. Like, bro, if the referee would have been, Joseph Parker would have got killed yesterday, B. We would have been talking about today, like, wow, why, rest in peace, Joseph Parker, why they did that to him, why they let him keep going. My peoples, Wardley's 19-0 and 18 knockouts. You need to understand that. Those type of punches, for the people who said, yo, he was slipping all those punches. He was slipping them. What you mean he was slipping them? What was y'all watching? Maxim, you don't understand what you're talking about. Maxim, you're going to need a 24-hour break because you don't understand what you're talking about. I'm over here disrespecting, mate. Take a 24-hour break. When you come back tomorrow, listen up. Listen to the people who actually know boxing. When you come back tomorrow, come correct. Or then you're going to get blocked, and then you're going to be a goofball. But I digress. All we have to look at, right, is the evidence. That's it. People could think whatever they want, but all we have to look at is the evidence. For the people that think that Joe Parker was out there just slipping punches, Joe Parker was out there slipping punches. Golly, but we was not watching the same fight, my people. We had to be watching a whole different fight. Because I was watching Joseph Parker eating some nasty, nasty leather, my peoples. That was landing flush. I don't know what y'all was looking at. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it, bro. Like, this guy's getting pummeled. Y'all want, like, at what point do you think that it had to get stopped? Do you think he had to get like a devastating blow and go to sleep, or do you feel like he had to? What was it that you needed to see, bro? This guy's not fighting back, not defending. Like, what? God damn! Flip, slipping into the punches. Yo, Flip, fans are not happy. If you don't go to sleep, if you're not comatose, if you're not already that sick, kill me. If you're not like that, they want the shit to keep going. They're like, God damn, bro. Are you not? Joe Parker was literally out on his feet after round number 10, bro. People saying that Wardley was going to run out of gas and Parker was going to get him after that. Joe Parker literally stumbled to his corner after round number 10, bro. Literally. This dude, when the bell rang, he turned around to go to the wrong corner, bro. After the pummeling he took to end off round number 10. They was already, and the funny thing is, look at the difference between just saying what should have happened and actually watching it and calling it how you see it. Watch my live. Yo, Superman, watch my live, and you're going to see that I said exactly this after round number 10. Yo, if it would have been one more minute, Joseph Parker would have got stopped. He's hurt badly. He don't got no legs. And for the next round, he's going to be cooked. For the next round, he's going to have no legs. I said that during the live, bro. During the live, I'm seeing it. And the crazy thing about what I'm seeing is that The people announcing it was saying the same thing. It was like, yo, he's getting stopped. He's getting stopped. And I'm saying, yo, he's getting stopped. So my peoples, if you get beat up to end up around and almost got stopped, the referee's already watching what you're doing, how you're reacting, how are you defending yourself, how are you fighting back. During that last sequence, when Joseph Parker ate like 20 punches to the head flush, he threw the whopping total of 2 punches and they both missed. His head was almost down and he went like that. So that's the problem. That when people don't like the outcome, they start saying, no, he could have kept going. He could have kept going. Oh, it's easy for you to say he could have kept going. You watching from home. You watching on TV, buddy. See, it's easy to see it on TV. Nah, he could have kept going. You're not going to be punch drunk. You're not in the hospital today. You're not getting your brain scanned after all them punches to the head. So yeah, they could keep going. But that's why you feel like they could keep going. You ain't never been punched in the head. That's why. It makes it easy. Ash Bar, Fury was allowed. You see Ash Bar again. Because you never been punched in the head, you bringing up Fury. That fight has nothing to do with this. The referee's watching this guy getting punched in the head, pummeled, not fighting back. It's a great stoppage. It's a great stoppage. People just don't listen. And this is what I've noticed already from different people that wrote to me. Out of 10 people that told me Parker was going to win this fight, and like 5, 6 of them told me Parker was going to knock him out, they all don't like the stoppage. All 10 of them are like, nah, that's a bad stoppage. So guess what? You have Parker winning the fight, and you don't know how to take a L. You don't know how to say, damn, I was wrong. This guy's better than I thought. You don't know how to accept that. It's a legit stoppage. Ryan, you're not paying attention to the punches landing. They didn't. Ryan, that's the problem with what you're saying. Go look at the last video that I just posted. Go look at the last video that I just posted. And then, Ryan, you're gonna cook yourself. You are gonna cook yourself. When you're saying that the punches don't land it, does that look like it landed to you? Look, those are images from the last sequence, Ryan. That's images from the last sequence. Does that look like it landed to you? Let me see if they landed. Those are images from the last sequence, Ryan. Does that look like it landed to you? If you've seen it all them times, you either lying or you blind. Because that last sequence, bro, that last sequence, I actually posted it again and I paused it on every punch that landed flush to the head. Go watch the video I just posted because clearly you didn't watch it right, homie. My man's was getting absolutely pummeled. Look at the sweat flying off of his face. Absolutely battered. The ref did a great job, man. Don't let a man get killed out there to satisfy the fans' hunger for blood, yo. For real. Look how he's slipping him. Yeah, that's slipping him all right. Slipping right into the mouthpiece. So this is gonna be, like I said, my people, it's gonna be controversial, but only because people don't like an outcome that they wasn't expecting. You know, I understand, Ryan, that you wanted Joseph Parker to win, but look how he was slipping the punches. I understand you wanted him to win, but goddamn, bro, the way that he was slipping punches right into his mouth, that doesn't work that way. The referee's there to protect you, homie. Like, damn, you want somebody getting killed. Ash Bar, his trainer will tell you if he can keep going. Ash Bar, I'm sorry, but in case you didn't know, there's a referee and a doctor for a reason. In case you didn't know, there's fighters who have died in the ring because the trainer wanted to let them keep going. In fact, boxing is the sport where the most athletes die out of all combat sports. So it's not very intelligent to say, well, the trainer will say. You know how many trainers let a guy die in the ring? No, buddy. There's a referee and a doctor to protect the fighter. So people, Ashbar, I know that you never boxed a day in your life, so that's your logic. I boxed, I've been in the ring, I've been punched in the head, I know what that feels like. You don't, so for you, hey, let them keep going. I understand that. It's not you getting punched in the head. But I'm telling you, getting punched in the head a bunch of times by a guy with 18 knockouts out of 19 wins, a guy with an over 90% knockout percentage, punching you like this a bunch of time to end round number 10, and then punching you like that again in round number 11 while you're not fighting back, got you making ugly faces. Oh yeah, that fight getting stopped. As a matter of fact, it could have been stopped. It should have been stopped. Ryan, I'm a boxing fan, not a boxer fan. Okay, that's right. You're a boxing fan. I'm a boxing expert. You see the difference? I've been in the ring. I've competed. I cover boxing. You watch it on TV. Do you see the difference between how me and you analyze it? If we have 10 referees right now, 10 referees will agree with my assessment. So whose opinion should I go with? Mine or your TV watching experience? I think I'll go with mine, Ryan. Excuse me. I'll go with my opinion. Superman, ha ha ha. Superman. Jay got the double cooking going on. Is that, come on, man. Come on, my peoples. You want to make an argument. I'm going to put it to you like this. Watch this. And Superman, I want you to think about this. When Terrence Crawford beat Errol, it was the car accident. When he beat Canelo, now Canelo's not the same. Every time something happens that people don't want, they have an argument. They just can't accept the outcome. They can't accept that Bud was simply better than Errol, or that Bud's simply better than Canelo. They can't accept that. They simply have an argument that they formulate. The same thing here. The same people formulating those arguments are the same ones here. You cannot accept the outcome. So now you feel another man could keep getting punched in the head over and over. Like, come on, man. This guy was getting battered. Absolutely battered, my peoples. Flip. I've seen fighters arguing with the trainer when they have had enough, but the trainer still wants them to keep going. And look, Flip, I've seen it both ways. I've seen fighters want to stop and the trainer pushing them, and I've seen the trainers want to stop it and the fighters pushing them. That is why you need other people that can make that decision. Look, most of all, in most cases, the fighter's not ready to give up. In most cases. Some fighters will do it and say, I'm done, I'm good. But in most cases, fighters will go out on their shield. They're going to either get stopped, get knocked out, whatever. In most cases, that's what's going to happen when somebody's hurt. They don't know how to pull the plug on themselves. And then the trainer is there hoping that you could bounce back, hoping that maybe you could pull it off. So that is why you need a referee, and that is why you need a doctor to say, nah, this fight is over. I'll give you an example. Look at Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. That fight should have been stopped. And look, the outcome would have been overturned because then we found out that Ryan tested positive. But that fight should have been stopped. Bill Haney allowed his son to get pummeled. Devin took a nasty beatdown. Got dropped. By the end of that fight, Devin was looking like a Ninja Turtle, bro. Face like this. Swole. So why do you have to let a fighter get beat up that bad? You don't have to. So it's like, to fans, a fighter got to be like knocked out cold. Like, what had to happen to Joe for you to feel like it needed to get stopped? How much punishment you want him to take? MAW, that wasn't the last sequence. Before the ref stopped, though. The real stop, straight after Wardley punch missed. Black a slip. Parker was still in there. In my humble opinion, premature stoppage. Nah, it wasn't premature. And by the way, the last two punches actually landed. He didn't slip them. They landed. And MAW, I want you to do this. The last video that I posted, please check it out, my brother. Because I trust in your opinion. I know that you've seen it. But it's very important for you to see the last video that I posted. It's a short. It's only 2 minutes long because every punch that lands flush, not every punch, the ones that there's a good angle that the camera could see the punch landed flush, I pause it so you can see Joe Parker in the last sequence. So you're talking about the last 3 punches where there was an uppercut, a straight, and a right. They didn't land flush, but they actually hit him. They actually hit him. They did not miss, MAW. Check out the last video that I posted. That's all I'm saying. Ryan, you're changing your argument now. I'm not. How am I changing my argument? He's getting pummeled. He's getting beat up. I posted a video with him getting pummeled. It's a great stoppage. What exactly did I change about my argument, Ryan? Go ahead. Tell me what exactly I changed. I've been saying the same thing over and over. And like I said, any referee is gonna agree with that referee. So who should I go with? All the referees? Or the guy that watches boxing on TV that never been punched in the head with a boxing glove? You tell me, Ryan. Who should I believe? Ash Barr, you've taken too many shots. Put down the vodka. Okay, Ash. You need a 24-hour break. Take a 24-hour break. Think about it. You can watch me so you can learn some boxing and come back tomorrow correct. We don't need the goofballery over here. Flip. We're not giving 10-minute breaks. We're not giving 15-minute breaks. It's 24 hours. I don't need to hear goofballery from you today. You did enough. I was giving you a break. I was giving you a chance, an opportunity. Now, peoples, I'm grabbing my breakfast right now. 2 boiled eggs. That's it. That's my breakfast. Good morning, by the way, my people. Salute to everybody tuning in. Welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. We talking boxing, my peoples, and this morning has turned into a cooking show. I may need to grab my apron. It's gonna be a cooking show. I might as well put on my apron. MAW, full props to Wardley. He did his job. But there's way more than people in the chat that think it's a premature stoppage. Pro fighters included. We can just all agree to disagree. So let me say this. Because it's going to be 2 sides. There's going to be people that say it's premature. There's going to be people that's going to say it's not. So let me just say this. Well, let me eat this first. Remember what we said, MAW? You said that those punches was missing. And I said that they was not, that they was hitting. Now you shifted from punches hitting and missing to what people think. Oh no, more people are saying this, more people are saying that. I bet you more referees are not saying that. And I spoke to 2 already. I was like, by the way, MAW, I was trying to get a referee to come on the show with me. And it wasn't enough time. I tried to do it too early, too quick, or too late. So that's what I want you to understand. Referees, professionals at this, I've already spoken to multiple who say that was a legit stoppage, of course. The guy's not fighting back, not defending himself, eating most of the punches that are going his way. And even MAW, here's something that the people who never boxed don't understand this. Even a lot of those punches that in your eyes he blocked hit him mad hard. You see, so in your eyes, oh no, he blocked it. But what you don't understand, because you haven't boxed, is that When you don't got your arms, when your arms is jelly like that, and you just put your hand up and they punch you, boom! That still hurt, my G. That still hurt. So